original talk radio station anywhere. We are LA Talk Radio at latalkradio.com.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona. Priscilla Leona. Only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to Question Reality. I'm your host, Priscilla Leona, and we are coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Our show is broadcast every Sunday from 5 p.m. to 5:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if this is your first time tuning in, our show will help you to question your career reality. This show is for you if you were, are, or might be considering a career in the entertainment industry. Our guests will provide advice, tips, and resource information on what and how it is and takes to successfully pursue a career in show business. Our guests work in various professions of entertainment, so that means that we will definitely have someone on the show sooner or later from a career that you are interested. If you want to check out our past guests, read their bios, and listen to all of their interviews instantly or download one of them, you want to go to the LA Talk Radio website, latalkradio.com. If you're listening to us live, you're already there. So go to the top of the link on the website. It says Channel 1. Scroll down, look for the graphic of our show, Question Reality. Click the link, and this takes you directly to our archive page. And this is where you can see a list of all of our past guests. We have tons of celebrities. We have Oscar winners, Emmy winners. Oh, my God, what else? Tony winners. We have every award winner you can possibly imagine. So you're going to find somebody that's going to give you some tips and advice to a career that you're interested in. We're also available for download under iTunes, under the podcast section on iTunes. So you just type in Question Reality Radio in the search box, and that is where you're going to find us. If you want to find out about us, all of our guests in the future, you want to go to the Question Reality website, which is questionrealityradioshow.com. questionrealityradioshow.com. And we are booked until May, people. This show has become so popular. Glory be, hallelujah. We are booked till May of next year, but we still have some time left. So if you know someone who works professionally in the entertainment industry and would love to come on the show to give career advice and to promote their business, then give me a call or an email, priscillaleona@yahoo.com. Now, we have a fantastic guest for you today, and later on, we're going to hear his latest song. Very controversial, hot. I just watched it the other day, and I was like, woo, Lord, where's the fan? I got to fan myself down because this guy is looking hot. I imagine him without his shirt. There was all kinds of things going on in this room. I had to close the door and tell my husband, hold on, honey, I'll be out in a minute, because I'm looking at a Sean V video. So we got him on the show today, Sean V. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Sean V. If you don't know who he is, who you should if you're in the music industry. He is the last artist that was signed to Lou Pearlman, who was, if you don't know who Lou Pearlman is, he was that boy band impresario. He discovered such bands such as NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. Now, Sean has toured all over Europe and the U.S. performing with legends such as Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. And he's also appeared on screen in My Week with Marilyn, which was a fantastic movie, and Burlesque. And he's also danced with the world-famous group, the Pussycat Dolls. Oh, I love me some Pussycat Dolls. I wanted to be a Pussycat Doll. I think of myself as a Pussycat Doll from 8 to 11 p.m. on Friday nights anyway. He placed original songs on soundtracks for films such as Bring It On Again, All or Nothing, and he was recently interviewed on AfterBuzz TV, which is a network founded by Maria Menounos. Now, Sean is about to release his new album entitled The Doctor, and boy, would I love him to be my doctor. But that's another story. And that comes out in October. Now, this has been coined angry pop and has been referred to as a marriage between Justin Timberlake and Eminem. So that's very exciting. I'm titillated already with that whole concept. Now, later in the show, again, as I said earlier, about 5:30, we are going to hear Sean V's first single from this, again, hot, controversial video. The song is called Shoulda, and I saw this video, loved it. Again, hot, sultry, sexy, filled with a lot of angst. If you're a guy, get the Vaseline ready because this girl is hot. If you're a woman, you don't need anything but to look at Sean V. So I'm going to give you the website after the show so you can check it out to watch the video, but you're going to hear the song. And what's great about this video, which I found was quite brilliant, is that the ending is a to be continued scenario, which is just, I think, great creativity and excellent marketing strategy. So without further ado, let's meet the hot, sexy, sultry, want to scratch his back, Sean V.
Priscilla, I am taking you everywhere with me. I've never had anybody promote me like you're doing right now.
Well, I'll promote you if I get to sit on your lap a couple times, but, we'll talk. Hey, listen.
You are freaking incredible.
Oh, my God. Well, wait until people see your video and listen to your vocals. That's what I think is incredible. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I have not heard of Sean V before Stephen Levine introduced me, your PR guy. And I don't know why, because you are the shit. You are the shizzle badizzle, as Snoop Dogg says. Where have you been?
Priscilla, first of all, you are the shit, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you having me on today. This is awesome. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, my darling. Well, how could I not? You're from the East Coast. You're a Jersey guy. Now
That's right. East Coast in the house.
Are you Jersey Shore guy, or are you not Jersey Shore?
You know what? I hate to say it, but I love to say it, but I am Jersey Shore material. I am Jersey trap. I represent.
Now, what I want to talk to you about first is we want to get to know you. So let's start out with a question that I usually ask all of my guests. When Sean V was a little child, what did you want to be, or what did you want to do when you grew up? What did you see yourself doing?
I mean, to be honest with you, I think every little kid always, they look at these movies, they look at singers, they look at concerts, and everybody always wants to be famous. And I did. I just wanted everybody to know me for something. I kind of fell into the whole singing thing a little bit later, but I just wanted to perform for people. I didn't know what that was. I did a lot of gymnastics and stuff when I was younger, and I just like to perform for people and see a big smile on their face, or whatever reaction I could get out of them.
Well, with you telling me you did gymnastics, I've already got a smile on my face. So
you're crazy.
Right there, all right? Now, do you come from a musical family?
My grandfather. Growing up, my mom always had music playing in the kitchen, music playing in the living room, and she'd always be dancing around the house. And I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, and she would just, we kind of all just grew up dancing around the house, like. We're a crazy-ass family. Mm-hmm. But my grandfather actually, he played the accordion and he sang, and he used to perform with Bob Hope, some cabaret shows in New York City and Philadelphia. So I think I've kind of followed his footsteps a little bit.
Wow. Oh, God, Bob Hope's one of my favorites. And that was a funny-ass guy right there. He was
funny-ass guy.
Now, when I guess they probably were, but I'm going to ask anyway, were your family members supportive of this career when they found out you wanted to pursue a career in music?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I could be a plumber, and my parents would be just as proud of me as if I was being a singer. I mean, thank God I've had that support and that backbone to really, because this business is, I mean, just to say it like it is, excuse me, listeners, but it's a pain in the ass. And so you just have to, you deal with rejection every single day. It's all about rejection. And if you can't take that, then, this business just isn't for you.
What advice would you give? And I'm glossing over here because I'm still picturing you as a plumber. But I don't know if it's me, Sean, if it's you, the effect you have on me. I don't know what's going on. My husband's rolling his eyes at me.
I think that's our connection that somehow.
I think it is. But my question is, what advice do you give to aspiring musicians, singers who want to pursue a career, but their family is not as flexible about decision making, and they say, no, I don't want you to be a musician, I don't want you to be poor, I want you to be a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, and they don't want to be, but don't want to be disobedient. What advice do you give them? How do they?
My whole thing, and what I tell kids, and what I tell anybody aspiring to be a musician, a dancer, an actor. Do what you love to do, because at the end of the day, it's not about what everybody else wants you to do. It's about whether you're having a great time and whether you really love how you feel at the end of the day with what you did. And whether that means you need to scrounge around with no money, you need to take a crappy job to be able to do the passion and the love for what you want to do, then that's everything in the whole world. I mean, the thing is, for people that are doing this, it's like, not everybody's going to like what you're doing. Not everyone's going to like the music that you're playing. Not everyone's going to like the style of dance, but somebody out there will appreciate it, at the end of the day. But not everybody's going to like what you do. And as long as you do it from the heart and stick to who you are as an individual, that's all that matters. Because when I used to be signed with Lou Pearlman, and, they really tried to push me in a direction that wasn't me. And I didn't get the same love from the viewers and from the audience I did when I was being myself. So it's really about just being yourself and knowing what you want to do at the end of the day,
Now, it is my understanding that, again, you were the last artist signed to Lou Pearlman. And again, for those who don't know who Lou Pearlman is, he was a guy discovered in NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Now, I hear that you have a pretty big story to tell us about working with him. What is it? Give me the scoop.
Oh, God, what scoop do you want?
I don't know, but I was told you have a pretty big story to tell us. Now, that was Stephen Levine who wrote that, so I'm all aflutter.
Stephen's in trouble.
Steven's in trouble.
No,
give us a story.
The thing is, when I got signed to Lou Pearlman, I started out dancing. To be honest with you, I was actually, before I was dancing and got in the entertainment industry, I was actually a mechanic. I worked on cars for Mitsubishi and Ford and Toyota. That's what I did. And so I kind of fell into the dancing. And then I've danced for Michael Jackson, Usher. I mean, I've been blessed to be around such amazing individuals. And Lou Pearlman came to one of the shows, and, he's like, can you sing? And kind of found out who it was, and I wasn't sure if I could sing. I've always wanted to. And so I kind of jumped on the opportunity. But as far as being signed with him, he was a great person. He was a great name. He made Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, O-Town, but I kind of had to do everything myself. And this is what a lot of people don't understand is, they think when you get signed or, you get people behind you that they, you're set. They do all the legwork, and it's not like that. I mean, nowadays you kind of have to be the type of artist that does everything. And, I could tell you a lot of stories about Lou Pearlman, about, being in business meetings.
Yeah, I don't want scoops on him. I don't like to debase anyone. I'm talking about the experience. Like, when you were with Lou Pearlman, did you were just saying, did the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC have to do all of the legwork themselves, or was Lou Pearlman, booking the gigs or promoting and marketing? What did he do? Is he the one that was really, really, really responsible for them, or did these work their ass off and promote themselves and do all the legwork?
No. When Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were around, those days, it's really the management of our company kind of did everything. Like, Lou really did open up doors. And, of course, at the end of the day, they had to walk through it and perform and own the situation. But as far as when I was signed, it wasn't like that. It was kind of like, okay, I'm signed to Lou Pearlman. I would tell people that. And he would open up doors saying I was signed with him. But at the end of the day, I kind of had to do all the legwork. But then when I was signed with him, he was going through a lot of money stuff that none of us artists knew. I mean, he owed over, $300 million to the government, before he went to prison. I mean, that's just kind of how it went down. So I kind of worked with the company when it was in a really shitty position.
Oh, no. So it was after NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. So you got the tail end. I see. So
I got the tail end.
When Lou Pearlman discovered you, at that point, had you been singing or performing at all, or no? I mean,
Well, I mean,
other than the dancing, the singing part and the acting.
Well, I mean, I started taking lessons at a young age because I wanted to sing. I've always wanted to sing, but I never thought I'd get the opportunity to do it. I did it here and there. I really didn't have opportunities to perform or do this. I kind of just fell into it, but I fell into something that I've always wanted to do and had such a love and passion for. And so it just kind of, it just kind of happened. And I'm somebody that, and I want to tell everybody out there listening, is that when an opportunity comes to you and you don't know what can be made of it, do it. Because life's too short. And I take every opportunity that comes to me. Doesn't matter what it is.
You're very lucky in that you know what an opportunity is.
Right.
But do you realize that some people don't know what an opportunity is? And do you have any tips? Because this is a hard question. Do you have any tips on how to clue people in when it's an opportunity? Because some people don't realize it and let it slip by, where everybody else is like, "Are you crazy? This is a great opportunity." Right. What do you do? What do you say?
Well, this is the thing. Like in the beginning of my career, many opportunities, as I thought they were, came to me, but people wanted money and they want you to pay for this, they want to pay for that. Those are not opportunities. You don't need to pay. You do not need to pay to be in this business, and you do not need to. You just don't need to spend your own money to be in the business. It doesn't work like that. And there's so many people out there, including myself. I've been screwed over so many times from people, holding an opportunity in front of my face and saying, "But if you do this," and there's a lot of that out there. It's just really, you could, anybody out there that wants to do this or saying, you need to research. You really need to research and think outside the box, and don't just listen to what people tell you. At the end of the day, you're on your own.
Were you had you been a dancer for Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston before Lou Pearlman, or did this come as a? Okay, so you had gotten these opportunities on your own. Tell us how it came to be that you ended up dancing for Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. How did you do it on your own?
Well, when I was 18, I moved to New York City, and I started taking class. And I'm such an impatient person that right when I started dancing, I was like, all right, I'm ready to work. After 6 months, I'm like, I'm ready to do it. I'll fake it till I make it. I don't care what it takes. And so I would audition for jobs. And because I was a gymnast when I was younger, I would be the worst person in the room, dancing in the back, trying to copy. And then they would go, "Who can do gymnastics?" And I would raise my hand and be like, this is my gig. So then I would do it, and I would get booked on stuff accordingly to that. You know what I mean?
Got it.
So I started auditioning for everybody. Every artist that came into town in New York City, I would audition, and, someone saw something in me, and I started working with the right choreographers, and those choreographers, usually when you get tied into working with a choreographer and they like working with you, they'll try to put you on, everything that they do.
Right.
So it just happened. It literally happened within a year. Everything happened so fast. I was, and when it does happen, I don't have time to sit and think and plan what I'm going to do. I just have to roll with the punches, or else, you fall out of the loop. You just. Well, you can't think, and
you can't think, right? You just got to jump on it and get in it.
You just got to jump on it and go with it,
When you've got to be a pretty good dancer to work for Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. I would imagine, not being a dancer, I would imagine the cut, it's a pretty high cut. You got to be the best of the best. What dance?
I don't know, my mama or dad or somebody, there's some soul in these genes somewhere. I don't know. There's some soul going on.
You're what's called a natural talent. What dance classes did you take that led up to when you got the audition to be I took a lot of hip hop, but the thing is, when the choreography for Michael Jackson, like, you have to be trained. And when I mean trained, like, you need to be able to, technique. And where does that come from? Ballet. Was I happy about people telling me, if you want to be a good dancer, you got to take ballet? Hell no. But I did. I sucked it up, and I would never put on a pair of tights, but I would take class and. Well, let's talk about ballet. Now, that actually is a really rigorous ass dance. Let me tell you, you got to be in top.
It beats the crap out of you.
I mean, that to me, I recently watched a show over the summer. I can't remember what it was. It was about ballet. It was and I mean, you rehearse like 17 hours a day, and it's a rough, tough, competitive dance. So if you can dance ballet, I'm going to give you props because that shit is really hard. Plus, I
don't think I'll be pulling it out in any of my music videos.
You won't be pulling it out.
I can fake it if I need to.
But you know, if your woman demand it, you put a tutu on. Like if I said, "Hey, can you stand there with a tutu and some chocolate?" I mean, come on, that's a fantasy. I think you'd pull it out for your lady. Come on.
Priscilla, are you trying to make me put on some tights right now?
No, just a passing fantasy, but I'm over it now. And you say
my nickname when I started dancing, because I would take ballet, is people call me Billy Elliot.
Oh, was it? Hey, that's a compliment, I think. Now, what song or what tour was it that you danced for Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston, so we can familiarize ourselves with it?
I did the right before September 11th. I did the Michael Jackson 30th anniversary special.
Okay.
It was in Madison Square Garden. It was on. It was the day before September 11th happened.
What, did they videotape that?
Oh yeah. All you have to do is YouTube Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary, Madison Square Garden, and you can. And I'm literally on stage doing "Beat It" with Michael Jackson. Whitney Houston did "Want to Be Starting Something," and then we did some promo shows here and there.
Oh, you mean they were on the 30th? I missed this totally. On the 30th anniversary special, Whitney Houston was performing with Michael Jackson, and you danced. You were the part of the dance group that danced for all the singers. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, exciting!
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh my God! So did you get to actually meet Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston? Or
we rehearsed with him, and I mean, as much as people look at him and they say, it's probably weird or he's this and that, he was the most down-to-earth person. I've danced for a lot of artists, and he was the most down-to-earth person I've ever worked with. Mm-hmm. He just cared so much about how you feel and if you're feeling the music and the moves, and, he would talk to you in your face and to make sure you knew where the feeling and the emotion was coming from. It's as much as he looked crazy, he was so specific and cared about every single part of his show, his music, and it shows. It's Michael Jackson. So somebody like that has got to really, really take a lot of time and care about their craft.
That is what you call a true naturally talented professional, because it's one thing. A lot of artists are just worried about me, and I just want to sing, and the band better get it right or there's going to be hell to pay, and they will yell at them and treat them like crap. But for him, and I've heard many people who work with him tell me the same thing, that he cared not only about the music, but he wanted to make sure that everybody was on his wavelengths, because he liked everyone to work as a symphony, like one piece of music, one mind. Just a brilliant artist.
He really liked everybody to be a unit, and just, that's why his videos, his music, there's so much passion involved. It's overwhelming, but it was so inspiring. That is one of the reasons when I worked with him, I've always wanted to do music where I thought to myself, God, working with him and hearing him talk to you, and it just was so inspiring to get off your ass and do what you want to do,
You don't get higher than that. I hope you realize just how fortunate in your life you were to be able to work for Michael Jackson. He's
right. It was surreal. It really was.
He's in the history books, and you got to work with him, and you will always be on this film that behind him dancing for this man. It's quite a big deal. People can only dream of that happening. That is a dream.
It's awesome. I'll take that experience with me in my life. I really will.
And the same for Whitney Houston as well. Now let's talk about my pussy doll, girls. The pussy girl.
Yeah.
I bet you were loving that. How'd you get it? And tell me all about it.
Well, do you want the scoop, or do you want
I want to know how many of them you had to sleep with to get the gig. How many did you sleep with to have to get this gig?
I had to sleep with all 5 of them. And basically, I guess I did a good job.
You did. You booked the gig. Wow. Now, how long ago was that? Because I know they've been around for a while. When were you dancing with them?
It was 2 years ago.
Okay, so recently.
Yeah.
Now, are all the girls still together? I know the Nicole I cannot say her last name. Nicole, is she
Scherzinger.
Scherzinger, is she still with them?
Scherzinger. No, the group right after I did the Australian leg with them. I did the Australian tour, or whatever. Basically, what happened was one of the guys, something happened. I don't know. You know, people tour and they get in fights. I'm not sure exactly what went down, but one of the guys, I replaced one of the guys on the tour. So, luckily with some of the people, and after putting in all the time, I put in. The choreographer called and said, "Hey, Sean, would you like to do this?" And I was like, "I would love to do it."
I bet you would.
That was a pretty happy day for me.
Robin is constantly reinventing herself. She's actually going to be a judge on a new show coming out in October with the Dance Mom lady. I can't remember what.
I know. I saw that.
It's about the Joffrey Ballet and the auditions for the Joffrey Ballet. I think. But
right,
I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Abby Miller, the dance teacher. I don't care what people say about her. I love this woman.
No, she is a bit brutal.
Awesome. I like that, though. She's honest.
You do?
She tells it like it is. That's exactly how I am. So I am of sound mind. So I'm all about it. Now, we are going to do something now, Sean, and that is we're going to let the audience hear your song. Now, I just want to talk real quickly about it because I wanted to play it at exactly 5:30. But this video called Shoulda, this is, from what I understand, very controversial. I don't know why. I watched it and I thought, hey, it's a great video. I love the ending. I don't know if I want to give it away, but this is really brilliant in that it is a to be continued. Whoever came up with this idea, which I'm going to ask you, whoever came up with this idea, people, it's great because it is a video which is a to be continued. So when you see this at the end, something is going to happen. I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen, but it is
don't tell anybody.
Controversial, and it is going to continue. You will see what happens in his next video. Do we know what the title of the next video is?
I mean, as of right now, it's a choice between 2 songs. I don't want to give it away yet.
Okay.
But we're starting to do pre-production for the next video, and I'm excited because
it's going to continue from this last one. That exactly.
Correct. What I'm doing is, which is a little bit different than what artists do, is I want, this first video, I wanted everybody, because I've danced for many years, and I wanted people to see me as an artist and see the storyline, because all my songs are written from the truth. The video is completely, except for the end, the video is exactly the truth of a relationship situation, which we really don't want to talk about. And
very tumultuous, I would imagine. Mm-hmm.
And basically my whole album will be a full saga. I want each video to go into the next. So this way it's literally a mini 45-minute movie that goes on, and it's just a journey, with the album and the whole vibe, and who the doctor really is. So well, what went on in the video is exactly what goes on in young love and in young relationships. So anyone who likes this song, you've got to check out the video. I would highly recommend. Now, you'll listen to the song here, but I'm going to give you the website afterwards when we come back so that you can check out the video, and then you'll kind of what we're talking about. So without further ado, let's hear the latest song from Sean V entitled Shoulda. Ow!
And when we get back, we're going to give you the video and you can check it out. So, Ronan, why don't we hit it with Shoulda?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah. You shoulda. Didn't see you coming. Out of space, the face of an danger, my twisted way. shoulda, woulda, coulda. Remember all the romance, the nights we looked at the stars. But in your eyes is a mistake. Why did you take it so far? Thought you were the one I needed. My heart's bleeding. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You shoulda loved me. You shoulda treated me better. Shoulda, you woulda. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You shoulda loved me. You shoulda treated me better. Shoulda, you woulda. You shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Tried to change my life, but it wasn't enough. I tried to think with your mind. It makes me feel so. It makes me feel so. Makes me feel so messed up. You shoulda. You make me feel so.
Crazy.
You coulda. Messed up. You make me feel so. You make me feel so. Messed up.
Thinking that I want you, just crazy. Thinking yes I do. Come on, baby, pay me.
Like you should.
Come on, baby, pay me.
Like you should.
Come on, baby, crazy.
Messed up.
You shoulda loved me. You shoulda treated me better. Should ever know. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You shoulda loved me. You shoulda treated me better. Shoulda, you woulda. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You shoulda loved me. You shoulda treated me better. Shoulda, you woulda. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You shoulda loved me. You shoulda treated me better. Shoulda, you woulda. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You shoulda, woulda, coulda. You shoulda.
Woo! Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hey, so girls, this was hot, right? You should have seen me. I'm all a sweat now because I was working it out, pumping it
Yeah,
up.
Priscilla.
This dance is hot. Now, see, this is exactly the type of music that I listened to back in the day, working it out on the dance floor. This is a hot, hot, hot song. And this video, which I watched, was also so good. Now, girls, when you see this video and you end up dating Sean, when he says you should have done something, bitch, you better be doing it or you're going to end up just like that chick in the video.
Priscilla, that my mom said, you know, Sean, you want to put this video out because, you know, the next girl you date, you know, she's going to be scared if things don't go well. She's going to be really scared.
Well, it's just a video.
It's just a video.
Well, see, now everybody's got to watch the video for sure. Now, I have the video on. I want to find out where else we can see that because I have the video website on entertainment-focus.com. Entertainment-focus.com. That is so long. And people who go
know.
to
If you just
search, can we find?
Just put in Sean B, SEAN-B, all one word, and then put in shoulda, or just type in Sean B, the video will come up.
Can we do it in YouTube where it's so much easier? Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, just YouTube it.
Okay, so go to YouTube and just type Sean V, SEAN, capital.
Sean B. Yeah, just all one word, all SEANB, and then if you want to put a dash and put shoulda, SHOULDA, and then you'll see.
And then the video's there.
You'll see the happy video.
That is so. Oh my God, I love that. Oh my, and you know, I think that song I heard a girl too. Or was that featuring someone, or who was that background? Because she did a good job. Who was the girl?
No, basically, I really, really wanted a girl on the track to represent part of the song. And so my really good friend, Lorena Ortiz, she's not a singer. And so I brought her into the studio, and she's from Mexico, and she has such a sexy accent that I said, Lorena, I'm putting you on the song. She goes, but Sean, I don't sing. And I was like, I will teach you what to do on this song. So we went in the studio downtown LA, and we just kind of played around, and it came out better than what I better than what I expected.
Gosh, I would have not known she was a singer. She did a fantastic job. I think you should teach her more things and put her in the next one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God.
And then the girl in my video, her name's Tyne Steckline, and basically she's playing the girl. She's doing the girl's voice in the video, but she was Michael Jackson's dancer before he died. She was one of the two girls. And so, I've worked with her a lot, and she's the most amazing performer. And, I felt like, she's beautiful, freaking gorgeous. And so I really wanted her to portray, my love interest in the video. So she did it, and
very strong.
It came out perfect.
Very strong actress. I mean, both of you, if I did not know better, I would say you've been acting for a long time. You really did a great job in that video. And I am from the East Coast. I tell it honest. I mean, if
you tell it like it is.
I tell it like it is. If I didn't like you, I'd say, oh, you were very interesting. That is a nice way of saying,
You would be like this. Oh, yeah, your video's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't be saying it was great because I love this because this is music. I mean, what I am amazed at, because as soon as I thought rapper, I'm not a rap person, but I did love running DMC. I'm down with him. I love that, but that's old school rap. That's old school.
Oh, yeah.
Because
but
I was a little scared, but I like how you actually, it's not just music in the video. When you watch the video, you actually are doing some, I wouldn't say it's rapping per se, but there's some talking in it, which is a little different from most videos.
I'm definitely not a rapper, but I love talking in my songs, and it's another way that I like to express myself when it comes to music is talking and
I like that.
Kind of being dark and gritty about it. I just feel like for the style of music and for who I am as an individual, it makes sense for me to do that on the tracks.
Yeah, I like that. Now, I don't understand what this statement is about your music being referred to as angry pop or a combination of Eminem and Justin Timberlake. First of all, I don't see Justin Timberlake as being angry. I think of him as a happy guy. Eminem, he has his moods, but I don't know what this angry pop is.
I think the whole thing is, it's like Eminem, majority of Eminem stuff, he comes from, he comes from a lot of hell life experiences, and so when he's singing, he's like, he's a very dramatic rapper. And then when you have Justin Timberlake, he has these vocals and they're smooth, and so I feel like if the two of them will pop out a baby, then I kind of get a baby.
Okay, all right, I got
it's kind of a combination, and with the feel of music, it's kind of a combination between the two.
Well, I'm going to not say it's angry pop. I'm going to say it's love pop because I love your pop music.
Well, as long as you play the song, you can call it whatever.
I call it my love pop, Sean.
You call it my love pop.
Now, also love pop. That's what I'm going to call you, love pop, instead of Sean B. You're coming out with a new album called...
Call me Love Papa.
Love Papa. Or Papa Love. Now, I understand you have a new album coming out called The Doctor.
Right.
What is this about?
The Doctor.
Well, exacto.
I'll kind of give you a little spiel on that one. But basically, when I moved to Los Angeles, I lived in New York City after I grew up in Jersey, and I moved to New York City. And then once I came to LA, when I got an agent and stuff, and when you call the agencies out here, they always put you on hold, or you kind of deal with some bougie people.
Oh,
which,
I know.
Being from the East Coast, I'm we're not used to that. So
it's so different.
I thought to myself, what'd you say?
It's so different out here, isn't it? It is so.
It is. It took me a long time to kind of adjust, Me
too. Mm-hmm.
I mean, the weather, it's a great place, but,
The weather's great, but they put you on hold. When you finally get someone, they're rude.
Yeah.
What customer service is about. I'm like, I will come down there, beat your ass.
I will come down there and beat the shit out of you.
I am from the East Coast.
You carry guns on us.
I know what you're talking about. So it takes a while to adjust. I mean, I had to take several medications before I could deal with these bitches out here. But go ahead. Go ahead, sweetie.
No, so the thing was, so I thought to myself, you know what? I will get through and I will talk to somebody. So I would call and they would say, who is this? And I would say, will you tell them it's the doctor? And they would always put me through right away. I would get through no matter what. Because if you're at work and somebody calls and says, your doctor's on the phone, oh my God, you get nervous as shit. Like, what's wrong with me? What's happening? So I started using this term, and then it just stuck. I would call and say it's doctor, and everybody knew it was Sean B. And I would get through. And then on top of that, as far as relationships and friendships, I've always been the type of individual. The name kind of cultivated itself. It's like I've always taken care of my friends, and in relationships, I've always been the person to help people with, drama and all the crap they're going through. I've kind of been everybody's therapist. So, especially the situation, my relationship I got out of 2 years ago, and all the music has kind of really spawned from that. I thought, you know what? Everything I'm singing about, it's kind of like I'm the doctor. I am the doctor. So that's kind of where the name came from.
I can see you in a doctor's coat. I'm thinking many different scenarios of you as a doctor.
Yeah.
Gynecologist. Oh, but anyway, let's move on. Let's talk.
You're crazy.
Let's talk. So the doctor's coming out in October. Where can we buy it? How are you are you introing any certain song on there that you want to tell us about? Give us a little scoop. Like what's this first song?
I have a song. I have the title track on the album called Doctor, and it's a good song. It's really different. It's really one of my different, really has its own identity on the album, and so I have that, and the album will be released probably towards the end of October. It will be released on iTunes. You just have to type in Sean B, the Doctor, just Sean B, and it'll come up on iTunes, and probably about 38 other music sites, as well as we'll be promoting the crap out of it, just to get it out there as much as you can,
Well, you got to make sure that you have Steven send me a song, so I can.
I'm calling you personally.
You call? Oh my God! You can call me personally. I'd prefer after midnight. I'll be ready because Albert goes to sleep at 10. So yeah, after midnight we'll.
He goes to sleep at 10. You're on my speed dial.
Woo! Well, I tell you, I want to ask you. We only got 3 minutes, but I want to ask you if you had to give advice to aspiring singers, musicians, starting out in the business who are on a tight budget, trying to make a CD, trying to make it happen. What advice do you give them? How do they do?
As far as being a musician, the thing is, you really need. I mean, you listen to all this music that's out there, and all these artists, and the music they play on the radio now, and it's like, it's good music, but don't do music if you are trying to do what you think everybody will like. Do what you do, because then you will make your own mark, your own statement, and you will get noticed a lot faster as if you're just trying to do what everybody else is doing. Because I went that route. I try to do what everybody else is doing because I'm thinking nobody's going to like what I do. And I was wrong. Once I started doing my own thing, I got attention. And, as far as money-wise, you got to hustle. Nowadays you have to hustle, and most record companies and people, they expect the artist to kind of do everything. So you kind of need to go in with that head and not think that you're getting gypped when you're doing everything yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there a certain job? I mean, somebody's got to be making some money. What kind of a job do you get as a singer to make it? That what do you do so that you can focus on your creativity but yet make some money? What do you recommend?
Right. I mean that's kind of up to every individual, how much they can take, how much they can work, and what kind of workload they can take on with having a job and trying to pursue your dreams at the same time. I mean, for me, luckily, thank God, I've had the dance to fall back on, and that's kind of kept me going in between when my record deal went under with Lou Pearlman, with all that crap that happened. Luckily, I've had something to fall back on. So as far as a lot of people bartend and waitress, and it's easy cash, and
whatever
going,
comes. I would say, I'd say whatever comes easy to you that you can do that doesn't require a lot of mental power, because you need your mental power to create. You need to write your music. You need to,
Right.
I wouldn't recommend being a bartender though, because your ass will be drunk every night, being depressed.
I know. The thing is, it's like, what do you do to make a quick buck? I mean, that's a way to make a quick buck, but
I know.
as long as you stay off the booze.
Yeah, you get caught up. You get too caught up though in the club.
Right.
You got the booze going on, the drugs, and the next thing you know, you're betting the hose, and then you end up with a sexually transmitted disease.
Betting the hose.
Then you're dead. Your ass dies before you make your first single. So don't do the bartender.
Let me give you the tagline with all you just said. Welcome to LA.
Welcome to LA. That's right. Oh my God, Sean, you are so the best. I swear, may I ask you a personal question? I know you're going to think this is crazy. What sign are you, by the way? Because I love your personality.
I don't think that's crazy, because I love astrology. I'm Aquarius.
Oh.
What sign are you?
Oh, I'm Scorpio.
Yeah, you're a dirty girl.
Oh, see, my reputation precedes me.
Priscilla, you are a dirty girl.
I am. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to clip that whole part, and I'm going to put that on my voicemail. Priscilla, she's a dirty girl. See, now I think that I should inspire a song on your next album, not the Don.
And guess what it's going to be called?
What?
The song's going to be called DG, Dirty Girl, and it's going to be dedicated to you. I just wrote it right now.
Say it again, Sean. Woo! I tell you,
Dirty Girl.
Dirty girl. Well, you are welcome on this show anytime. Please feel free to call me directly, email me, and let me know so that I can promote the doctor. Okay, seriously, I'm serious about that, because I love that. You have made me a fan today, and I'm sure that with my millions of listeners, you have made many, many fans today. So go and buy. Is anything available for sale? Can we get you some money? What can we buy?
Hell yeah. You can go on iTunes. If you go on iTunes or Amazon.com, you can buy Shoulda. Shoulda's for sale right now, and then the remixes will be up for sale in a few weeks, which will be hitting the clubs in New York, London, and LA very soon. So,
oh my God,
thank you so much for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Oh, what? Are you kidding? Anytime.
I owe you.
Well, I can think of a couple things. I'm going to make a list
what
right
do you
now.
Want?
Well, it's nothing materialistic, I can tell you that. It's not materialistic.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you put my name in a song. That's all I'm asking. All right, sweetie. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Sean V, one of the hottest and nicest after today's interview, and I'm sure everyone will agree, nicest guys out there. Excellent singer, excellent dancer. He is going to blow this town up, and you heard it here on Question Reality first. Go to iTunes right now. Go buy his song. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes, so go buy.
Daddy needs a new wardrobe.
Go buy Shoulda on iTunes for my darling Sean V, and go look at that video, because you heard him. You know he's got the sexy voice. Now go look at how hot this bitch is on the video.
How hot this bitch is.
Hot. Say goodbye to your fans, Sean. Tell everybody. Give them some love.
Hey, everyone out there, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. And please check out my video. Don't get scared if you meet me. I promise it won't happen to you. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
And go to SeanVmusic.com. SeanVmusic.com. Thank you.
Check it out.
Kisses and hugs. Bye.
Thanks, Priscilla.
You're listening to Question Reality. Question Reality with Priscilla Leona. Only on LA Talk Radio.